While Matilda and Yanis discuss the news regarding the Second Inquisition, Nanjazar follows Caleb out to Gloucester. He picks up Annie, the refugee from London, and drives back to Bristol, with Nanj following closely. Back at the White Lion, Karl is fulfilling his duties as Master of Revels and socialises with the Banu Hakim. Later on, Annie arrives and Karl invites her to visit the Coterie. A member of the Library Information Network shows up at Coterie HQ with a package for Nanj and a postcard for Matilda. The homeless man is given money and asks if he can eat in the warm. Karl finds him later in the bath with his dog and uncomfortably removes him. Yanis follows him and invites him to stay at his haven, where he will be welcomed. Nanjazal arrives at HQ and opens her package, a burner phone from Teach, which she uses to arrange a meeting with him. The postcard also has a hidden message that reads Society of Leopold. Yanis tells the Coterie this society were the ones who killed his family when he was a mortal, and Karl confesses to killing his stalker, who might have been connected. Teach arrives with news. Since Scott was found at the riverbank, he will argue that the murder investigation concerns all factions. He reveals to Matilda that the boon she and Murray owed to the cleaning crew had been transferred to him, and he cashes it immediately. Matilda and Murray will confirm the body was in Autarky's territory. The Coterie strike a deal with Teach. He will make sure that they are the ones investigating if they report to him first and foremost. At the end of the night, the Coterie agrees that it will be safer for Karl to leave Bristol, and arrangements are made for him to spend the day in Nanja's own haven. Yanis starts preparing his haven to protect it from the society, using Koldunic rituals. The following evening, Annie shows up at Yanis' haven looking for Karl. She had a vision in which he would burn.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Blood on the Severn, a Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle set in Bristol, England in the year 2017. With me tonight,
Bex playing Nanj of the Ministry.
Peter playing Janusz Kroll of Clan Chimitzer.
The rose is dead and withered, but is Carl Frederic Saint-Jacques de Taureau of Clan Toreador.
And Alice playing Matilda Wiles of Clan Ventry.
So thank you for joining us tonight for this, the fifth episode of our second season on Blood on the Severn. And as you heard from Hubert's recap, there were many interesting things happening. We left it with a known visitor, Annie, the Malkavian refugee from London, who had gone to Janus's domain, asking to speak with Janus. Of course, his Koldunic ritual alerted him of the presence of a kindred, just over the threshold of his personal domain, and he met her there with Nanjasel. And she is there, and she is demanding to know where Karl is, for her vision does not. It's clear, imminent, present danger. And she impresses that upon you two.
So just the two of us are here. Matilda's not there yet, because she is in the haven. Is that
Yeah,
right?
she's at Janus's.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'll say to Annie, what's all this about? We left Karl somewhere safe last night, so I don't think he's got no problems.
This is... I saw it. I saw it. Men with fire and guns and water all over, and they killed him, and then someone put an entry on a log. It was 18th of March, 11:30 p.m. It's the night.
Whereabouts was they two though in this vision of yours?
It was a place inside. It was. I couldn't see street or anything. I thought it was his haven. I've been trying to get a hold of him, but he doesn't have a phone. I sent Caleb looking for him, but he's nowhere to be found. No, he doesn't have a phone,
which is one reason why I think people like this won't be able to find him. But I know where he is, so I can travel there and have a look for him.
You were clear, Annie, that it was 11:38.
Yes.
And so, given that it is much earlier in the evening, he is not currently under threat.
Yes, but we need to find him and get him out of wherever
we know where
he
he is. and we can put him somewhere even safer.
We don't need to find him. He knows where he is. So you don't need to worry. But I ain't going to tell you if that's what you think. Because, less people will know, the better.
But I can help. If he wants to leave... if he wants to leave the city, he needs to leave the city. And I can help.
Hang on a minute. We moved, didn't we? Because you were saying there's a problem. He's going to be where he is. Now you're saying he's got to leave the city. Surely he's just got to leave where he is if that's where he's in danger.
These people who are looking for him knew of him, knew his name, his real name. They know of him. He's not safe. If it's not tonight, it'll happen another night. He needs to escape.
Well, you ain't got to worry of you. Because I'm going to go get him now. And I tell him this, and he can make his own choice, can he?
Okay. It seems to me that Carl needs this information and needs to decide what he wants to do.
I can show him my vision. We have tried it in the past. Maybe between the two of us can do something.
Now, you ain't coming to where he is. I'm going to pick him up and bring him. Where should I bring him? Back here? Or back the other place?
Well, that rather depends on him. But if he wishes to come here, he is welcome to.
All right.
So...
Can I get mad because she got a car? She can drive me down there.
Yes, that seems wise.
All right.
Okay.
Perhaps, Annie, you wish to stay here? Or do you intend to go in the car with them?
Well, I would like to go with them if they're going to pick him up and come back.
I ain't taking you. Don't trust you.
Second. Boom. You see her take a deep breath. Fine. As long as he's safe.
Well, if he's in danger, best not take too many risks, innit? And I'll wander off to go and get Matilda. Or wake her up from wherever she is.
Okay. Matilda is in her room, probably getting ready for the evening. You hear a knock on the door.
I'll open it up and just invite Nanjin.
All right.
What's up? Yeah, what's up?
Annie's turned up first thing this evening. Says that Carl's in some sort of danger. So I was wondering if you could drive me down to my Avon and go pick him up.
What kind of danger?
Don't know. Some sort of vision what she had.
Same. What? Is she here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I can.
If she ain't coming in the car, because she's going on about trusting people. Fewer people who knows where I lives, the better. Fewer people who knows he's there, the better still.
Yeah, but what kind of? I mean, immortal danger.
There is no need to bring her, is there? If she's right, it's putting her in danger. If she's wrong, then she's lying.
Yeah,
Either way, there ain't no need for her to go.
Yeah, but if it's linked to the
Well, she's
going to
be here.
Before.
We'll bring Carl back to speak to him somewhere else.
All right, can I just? All right, let's just go and eat. I want to talk to Annie before we go, though.
All right.
Yeah.
So obviously we'll go back.
Yeah.
I assume you have asked Annie to go in.
Well, Yash will say, "Do you wish to come inside?"
Sorry?
I'll say to Annie, "Do you wish to come inside?"
Yes. Is there any place I can wait?
There is. Should you step across this threshold, I will recognize you as a guest and you'll be under my protection. But please understand, there are many here, kindred and mortal, who are also under my protection. I trust you are happy with that. I need not be concerned that anyone else will come to harm whilst you're here.
She looks a bit confused and says, yeah, thank you. Yes, I am.
Then be welcome as a guest, Annie. Come inside. I will find you a place to rest. And wait.
As you're walking, she says, I don't want to insult you, but that was a quite old-fashioned way of making someone feel welcome. It's nice.
I do not hear any insult there, Annie. And this is a place where the old ways are observed. I'm glad that they sit well with you.
Yes.
So I'll walk her back towards the house very slowly.
Okay, yeah. And probably the two of you will wait in the big room that you use as a studio or an office.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Nangisel and Matilda find you.
Okay.
I'll approach Annie and just be like, okay, so I heard you saw something.
Yes, can you please go and get Carl fast? Please.
Okay.
I told you we're gonna get him.
Yeah.
I need her to drive the car, don't I?
Has this got anything to do with what you saw 5 years ago?
No.
No.
This is
No.
very different.
It's very different. Okay.
It's in another place. It's not related to any of the visions I've had. It's just it came very clear to me in the middle of the day. And and then I tried to find Carl, but it's very difficult. No way to contacting him directly.
Yeah. It's fine. All right, let's
How
go
long
get
will it take you?
him. Not long.
Don't you worry about that. It'll be done in time before your deadline. Jan, I need a word with you before we goes.
Very
In
well.
private.
Very well.
Matty, can you wait like 10 minutes or something?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just stay here with Annie.
All right.
Okay, I'll go with Nangisel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go somewhere else where we can't be overheard. And I'll say, do you reckon she has her vision sent to her by the same people as Carl does his?
Well, it is my belief that all visions and dreams of merit come from the gods.
Right.
The question always is about our ability to hear those things and see those things for what they truly are. That is why many who have such visions are not served by them, for they do not have the wisdom or the understanding to know what's truly being meant. It is a hard thing to hear the gods and know their true intent.
Well, say she's right.
Hmm.
I had a thought.
Hmm.
We've got 2 days till the equinox,
Yes,
and I need gift for Kapala.
you do.
If we know someone's turning up tonight trying to kill Carl, what if I get hold of him and bring him back here?
Well,
Do you reckon, what sort of a gift do you reckon that would make? Because it's someone intending to kill him, right?
if these people are of the Society of Leopold, then they are enemies of Kapala.
So, taking one of them out would be good.
And so, yes, you must understand that many of those faithful to Kapala were killed by the Society. Many whose spirits remain here in this house.
Well, then I can't think of anything more suitable.
But should you do such a thing, you will need to be especially discreet.
Well, you know, it's going to piss off Teach and all, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I mean. It will not simply be the Society, it will also be your own faction.
Well,
And Teach is a clever man who understands many things, but Kapala is not one of them.
no, and any way you slice that piece of pie, the Society of Leopold and Teach are many things, but neither one of them's a god, are they?
No.
So, seems like a pretty straightforward hierarchy to me.
Yes, Nangisel, that is true.
All right,
Though it may not feel that way should they get wind of what you're doing.
let's make sure they don't then, innit?
Quite so.
Right, well, I'm going to go get Carl and then see if I can't draw this bloke or these people out by ways of doing that. Are you coming with us?
No, I'm going to stay here.
All right.
The children of summer those that do not know about such things need to be put somewhere safe. And those that do need to be alerted. We need to be on our guard if we are to have visitors.
Okay.
Okay, well, I will go find Matilda and head off to my haven to find Carl.
Okay, so during that time of the conversation, does Matilda want to have a short
Yeah,
chat
can I have
with...
a quick word with
Yeah,
Annie?
absolutely.
I'm just gonna sit down next to her and just say, so you and Caleb are still going strong?
Is that a bad thing? Is he in trouble?
No, I'm sure he isn't.
You always sound like he's in trouble. You don't like it that much, don't you?
I think he's well, I think he's got a lot going on. I'm sure he has a lot of things he keeps secret. I mean, maybe he shares them with you. Is he forthcoming?
Very. We tell each other everything.
Okay. And he's kind?
With me, always.
Okay.
I understand that he needs to be stern with other people sometimes. Sometimes he's expected by his sire, and sometimes he's expected of his station, but he takes no pleasure in it.
So he's just a big softie.
I wouldn't call him a softie, but he does have a very smushy side.
Have you met his sire?
Obasi? Once. Directly.
Not directly.
Yeah, directly, only once. Every other time he was around, but we did not interact. He asked me a few questions about London. But he's this... It's difficult to describe being in a conversation with him. It's like raw power waiting to just be unleashed, and you don't know what that power is gonna do to anyone.
I've heard he's very good at making people uneasy, so I'm sure it's not just you. Just be careful of him. I know when you're close to someone it's hard to, but sometimes that's when you need to be. That's when you need to look at things.
And how about you? Are you close with someone?
No, I'm not. Well, I have, Nanj and Carl and Janusz.
Yeah, but you're not close with any of them.
What makes you say that?
Well, I don't know, because it's sad. We have eternity. Why spend it alone?
Well, I'm happy you've found someone you want to spend eternity with. That's a big thing.
Well, or as long as we want to spend time together, but I mean...
Well, take it under advisement.
I will. Please go get Carl fast. Just go and get him. And it sounds like we're having a freeze.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I am.
Alice?
Am I back?
Well, not in video, but there you are. A quick switcheroo, and you're loading.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. So yeah, I think that was a short conversation with a nice piece of advice, and then when you are like ending that, Nanjisil comes to say that she's ready.
All right, let's go.
Tom.
So the two of you get on your way to your haven. So Carl wakes up at the beginning of the evening. He's still in the old, decrepit, very creepy, derelict place that is this haven. Not doing amazing things for your mental health at the moment.
No, indeed it is not. Carl looks down at his notebook as he wakes up and sees an empty page, unusually, and just writes the word ugliness and closes it.
Speaking of ugliness, Rusty shows up. Says, "You all right?"
By my writings, I have summoned you, it seems.
What?
I am as well as might be expected in this place. Thank you. I say, looking at his ear.
Rusty says, well, Nange says that she'd pick you up some point in it, so I'll go back to my business.
Yes.
Let me know
Thank
if you
for
need
your
anything.
hospitality.
Yeah, you're a friend of Nange, just a friend of mine, says as he retreats into a place where a lot of electronic devices start kicking up
Right.
into life. Shortly thereafter, Nangisel and Matilda find themselves where they left Carl the previous night.
What time is it?
It's about 8
Okay.
p.m.
I love what you've done with the place, Nange.
It's not bad, is it? I'll say that to tomorrow.
So Matilda, it's
just-
the first time inside the place.
What is it?
Well, it is
Yeah.
It looks like a fallen down railway station.
It's an abandoned railway station that had it's funicular, like a rail car.
It's a
Yeah.
rock railway.
It's a-
so it's
Oh, yeah.
underneath the gorge.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so there's like a this would effectively have been like the ticket office.
Yeah.
But there's like rubble, different places. I mean, there's
It's been sealed off in some places.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
And so at some point, people were using it as a hideout, gangs or whatever, and then eventually it became the haven of these two kindred. So it looks creepy as hell.
Yeah, I'll just go and be like,
Can we go now?
Yeah, we
I'm-
can
yeah,
go.
we need to get you out.
I'm
Hold up a
feeling
minute.
my
Hold up a minute.
mortality.
Yeah.
Hold up a minute, because I got to speak to Rusty. But yeah, we got to get in the car and drive back to Yams.
Okay.
And it's important, we got to chat to you on the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'll get him
Right.
in the car. You finish up here.
Right,
Good.
go get Rusty.
Yeah.
We'll go speak to Rusty.
Yeah, Rusty is further inside. He has turned a kind of the only sort of like living space, if you can call it that, into a makeshift sort of like server hosting area. Like there are cables and servers and computers and things all over. There's an old sort of radio, long wave radio. There's everything.
Rust, you got plans to be in here tonight?
Well, I have to. I'm leading with communications with Caroline.
But you've got to do it from here, or you can do it from someplace else.
From someplace else. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
look at all this.
It's not easy to move all these wires and whatnot.
No.
But Carl's here because folks is after him. And I got some kind of evidence, I don't know how hard it is, that they might know he's here. And if they do know he's here, and they rock up and try and put a cap in him or whatever, I don't want you being here.
Shit.
So I don't know whether this place is safe or not for you to be doing this tonight. We'll know by tomorrow if they know about this place. But I can't leave here now without telling you there's a risk if you stay here tonight.
It's okay. I'll call Teach.
Get Teach to put you up someplace else.
Or to send people. He has plenty.
Or to send people.
I'll probably can get a hold of a few mariners to set up patrol.
Alright, might be nothing, but best keep it under your hat, yeah?
Okay, got it.
Then I'll leave and get in the car.
Yeah, I would have explained to Carl the vision by this point.
So the moment you get into the car, Carl has just heard about what Annie heard.
I'll say,
Wow.
I want to chat with you.
Well, are you there? No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
I
not
just-
yet.
Yeah,
Fine.
she's back in the car.
Well, if you told me before that, I would like to talk to Matilda about it before Naj gets here.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
That's fine. Yeah.
A vision.
Yeah.
Annie had a vision of me.
Yeah, of you tonight with men and stakes and fire and
Fire, perhaps the same fire that burnt me with holy water, that kind of fire.
or just fire.
Maybe.
I mean, it was a bit. I mean, you know what they're like. It was.
But I didn't receive this vision myself. Well,
No,
she is.
no, but she
is
actually.
a greater visionary than I.
She said she wanted to see because perhaps she could show you. She actually wanted to come in the car, but
Where-
Nige wouldn't have it.
No, well, of course not.
Yeah. But I'm sure she'd share it with you when you get back. But I think they're on to you. I don't know how they managed to find you so quick.
Well, they found me the first time. They found me 5 years ago. I don't know
They
how
did.
they found me, but they did.
I don't know. But they know you, they know your name, they know quite a
I
lot
need to
about you
leave
by the sound of
Bristol
it.
then. I need to go into hiding properly, not just in some godforsaken railway arch.
Yeah. Any excuse to get out of that though.
Well, I don't want to go back there.
It's quite
No.
dynamic.
Dynamic.
Yeah.
I would, its dynamism left me rather cold, I would have to say. I'm
Yeah.
glad that you keep your car in a good state, at least. It's
Yeah.
beginning to bring me back to myself now.
But I think I think it might be a good idea for you to go. I think it would be
Yeah.
safer because otherwise I'll just keep tracking you.
They will. Oh, look, here's Naj. Maybe
There
we
she
can
is.
go now.
Maybe we can go.
Right, mate.
Um,
We're going to drive up Jan's because Annie's up there. She
Okay.
wanted a word with you about this vision and all. What I assume Matt's filled you in on.
yes.
You all right? You don't look yourself.
Well, this is a vision of somebody dreaming that you're going to die in 2.5 hours.
You ain't going to die.
Sobering.
You're not going to die. You're with us.
I have faith in you as always, Nanjasal. I'm sure you're right.
Someone tries
Let's
to kill
go. It'll be marvelous.
comes to kill you. They'll
Well,
have
as
to put me out of my
Peter
misery
Pan
first.
said, death is going to be an awfully big
Hopefully.
adventure. So let's go.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't driving them, is I?
No, you're
I'm
not.
going. I'm going.
Oh, going, all right.
Okay. So what does
So if we're driving, can I have a look out? Can I keep an eye out around, see if there's anyone who looks like they're taking notice of us or following us?
I still look like the bloke with the dog, of course.
yeah? Well, all of you can do
I'm very wary.
wits plus awareness checks. In the case of Nanjasol, she's actually deliberately going for it, so it's resolve plus
Oh,
awareness.
I'm definitely. I'm kind of. I think any passerby is gonna kill me.
Yeah.
So.
Wits
So-
awareness.
I'm
Yeah, wits and
very
awareness.
alert.
Actually, yes, wits and awareness for everybody. Carl can add his Auspex dice, but also he will have his pain severity because, well, he's less. He's in Matilda's car, which is not Carl's definition of aesthetic beauty. So probably
No,
they cancel each
no.
other.
Okay, so wits.
And
Uh,
are you doing a blood search, Nanjasol? You're at hunger 3, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Because you're at hunger 3, but okay.
No, because this is a thing that I'm dedicated to achieving.
Yeah. Oh, that is a good roll. 6 successes. You see no one.
I'm looking for a sacrifice orbs. So hopefully someone is following us, and then I can capture them and kill two birds with one stone.
And luckily,
one success.
Carl is definitely... Well, Matilda is paying attention to the road with her 1 success.
I won't bother re-rolling.
And Carl is a little distressed by his surroundings, but Nanjasel's keen eye, and you don't go hungry with the blood search, with your rouse check.
Apollo loves me, I'm telling you.
So there is no one in the street that looks suspicious, and you keep it for a little while, and no other cars following you. Doesn't look like anything. Like
It's good.
no one is paying attention to what's going on.
Okay, good.
So,
good.
Janus, what have you been doing during this? It's gonna take like a little over an hour and a half for them to come back, because it's not necessarily close from where you are, but also it's not like you can take like a motorway or something.
So one of the things that he's going to do, I don't know if you want this to be a scene or just a point of information, is he's going to talk to Veronica and Evelina about the fact that the Society of Leopold might be on the move, because they need to be aware and on guard.
So Veronica is very distressed by this, but she goes to the kennels.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She goes to the kennels. She starts taking care of everything. Evelina starts making arrangements to get whomever was going not to go that night. And of those who have been there during the day, she's basically telling anyone who would not be ready to take up arms in case it's needed, which leaves you with a very small number of people. Like you have Scratch and you have Sane who's staying.
Yeah.
And maybe one or two more.
So he'll be very clear that he will want people back for the solstice, but tonight,
nothing.
Keep it as clear as possible.
Well, they start making those arrangements.
And then he will also want Evelina's help, not necessarily right now, because she's got to do this now, but before this time, because obviously Annie's vision seemed very time specific. So a good few hours beforehand, so probably as soon as Evelina's done, he will want her help doing a little bit of a little walk around the house.
Okay.
Which I don't know if you want me to play or just tell you what I'm up to.
Well, first of all, Evelina says, "What do we do with your guest?"
Do you mean Jamie?
Yes. He was fed and he stayed here the whole day, but he wanted to thank you like personally, but it's been difficult to get a hold of you since you woke up.
Well, I will speak to him now and suggest that he does not stay here for the rest of the night.
Okay. Well, do you want me to look to get him for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. She goes, and then Jamie comes. He is showered. He's clean. He's somewhat like he's shaved, not fully. His beard has been trimmed. His hair has been cut. He's been given new clothes. Like he looks very different, and he just looks at you and says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been a while since I had a day like today. I had 3 meals. Thank you. I know it doesn't mean anything from a ghoul like me, but if you need anything, I'm at your service." The lady Veronica, she was very, very nice with
Good.
And thank you. I have no words. And you see him like he's welling up.
Okay, so Yash will put a hand on his shoulder and say, "It's all right. I understand. As I said to you, I have been where you are, and it was the kindness of others that got me through. They found me at a time where I had nothing, and they gave me everything. If I can do that for you, then that seems the way it should be now. Now, it transpires that there are things going on this night that means it will be wise for you to be elsewhere."
Oh, is that man coming? So the man from yesterday, he was very unsettling.
Yes, he is, yes. And so I think it will be best for you to.
Yes, I will
However,
not abuse your hospitality.
However, Jamie, should you ever find yourself without shelter on a cold night, come back to the gates. You will not be forgotten, and we will find a space for you.
Thank you very much.
This is
Thank you.
a place that has many people in difficult times of life often find their way here. I don't think it's an accident that you have.
Well, I've struggled in the past because people are not what they seem sometimes. You know what I mean? And
I do know what you mean.
I've been stabbed in the back many times, and I've been let down many more. And
Well, I promise you will not be stabbed in the back here.
thanks. And he says it very well as he turns and starts walking around, and then he stops by the door and turns and say, "Those people that took you in, are they trustworthy? How do you know? How did you know?"
Well, some things you just know, Jamie. I would say it was a matter of faith.
Well, no offense, but I don't deal with faith. I lost that a long time ago.
Well, I would say you decided to spend the night here. Surely that was an act of faith, was it not? You know what I am. You know the risks.
Yeah, but I also know that you work with the library. I thought you were just being nice. And I needed a place to stay. But I guess just like the people who took you in, I gave you a chance, right?
Yes, you put your trust in me and in this place. And if that is not faith, I don't know what is.
Well, if the help of those people is what make you who you are, that gives me a little something to look forward to.
Yes.
So you be sure to thank them for me.
I will. You have my word.
And with that he leaves.
Okay.
Preparations are made, and what is it that you want to do with Evelina?
I want to get her to basically support me in a ritual as if we were going to be feeding the ghosts and appeasing them with vodka and honey.
Oh, yes. That's a regular ritual.
Except except the difference is we are going to go around with empty bowls and empty bottles.
So you're looking to actively anger the spirits.
I mean, you could say that. Yes. And so he will go like, so if I give you a quick flavor of what he's doing, and then so you get the idea. So he will take Evelina with him. So probably she'll like have the bowl or the bottle or something like that, and he will go into one of the rooms, and he will say, "Olive, I know you're here." I'll take the bottle and I'll hold it up. I'll say, normally I would come to remember you, to feed you. Say, but tonight, you need to be hungry. You need to be thirsty. And I'll put the bottle down, probably wherever I think is pertinent to her when she was alive.
In the dresser.
So I'll pop it on the dresser. The people that defiled this place, that took your life, they are coming back.
A gust of wind opens the window and blows out the candle that Evelina is holding.
Yes. Yes. those people that wronged us will come here sooner or later. And when they come, I want you to be hungry, and I want you to be vengeful. For we must make them pay for what they have done to us. We must make them pay dearly.
So I'm gonna ask you to make a manipulation plus occult check.
Yeah, sounds good.
This is you sort of like making a makeshift ritual, so I will ask you to do a rouse check afterwards.
Okay, yeah.
Independent of whether or not you want to do a blood search. So you can do a blood search if you want as well. Just be mindful.
Oh my god. I'm a hunger 3, I know.
Okay.
So manipulation, occult. Do I want to do a blood surge?
You gain.
Yeah, of course I do.
You gain 1 additional die because of Evelina. She assists you in the ritual. She also has aspects in blood sorcery, so she can help you with that.
Okay. So I've added an extra dice for her, an extra 2 surge.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh, rolled.
That is 6 successes. You got only 110.
Well, I could. Do I have any dice to re-roll there?
1.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to re-roll. I'll stick with my 6.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I mean, 6 successes out of 8 dice. So
I better make them rouse checks, eh?
You better start making a couple of rouse checks, yeah. Hunger
Oh.
4. Hunger 5. Here we go.
Well, it's going to be a very interesting evening.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Can I ask you to make a willpower check with your humanity, please?
You can.
So you have your full willpower.
Yes, yeah.
Good job you didn't do a willpower reroll.
So it is a frenzy check, right?
Basically, yes.
My willpower. Where is? Oh, it's
So it's
there.
not, yeah.
Okay. Humanity.
Mm-hmm. That is good, because that's the minimum number of successes you need to resist the frenzy by smelling blood. For Evelina, he needed to cut her hand, but unlike you, she's mortal. Whenever she does blood sorcery with you, that's why she rarely does it, because whenever she does blood sorcery, she has to cut herself and bleed 1 aggravated health level worth. So there is blood where the bowl with the honey usually is, and he's there as a placeholder. And she addresses her wound really quickly, but she's there, and the smell of blood is there. You can smell it within her, moving, pulsing, calling.
I will look at Evelina, and I will say, Evelina.
Yes, Janusz?
I need someone. I need someone bringing here.
Yes. Anyone in particular? There's not many people left.
Someone healthy.
Sure.
Someone vital.
Sure. And she goes.
I'll say not Zane.
No. I wasn't thinking of him. I was thinking of William.
Yes, William. Bring William.
Yes.
Bring William here.
Will do.
Yes.
She.
Good. We will.
She notices your she can read you. I mean, she's lived her whole life with you. She's 25 years old. She's a revenant of the Shemitze.
Yeah.
She can see a hungry vampire when she knows a hungry vampire when she sees one.
I'll say to her, feel it, Evelina. The spirits here, they are keen for vengeance. It is a palpable thing. They are hungry, Evelina, and I am hungry.
She closes her eyes and says a little phrase in Polish. And when she opens her eyes, you can see them for a moment. They're white, and then they go back to normal. And you recognize her sort of like activating her sentient scene that she learns from you, from your blood. I see them, Janice, and they're getting angry.
Yes.
They're making me feel angry.
Yes. It is a contagious thing, and we must hold on to that anger, Evelina, and we will deliver it to our enemies when they cross our threshold.
Yes.
But I must be sated a little. I must have strength to give them what they deserve. Bring William. And
she shakes her head. The mist around her eyes disappears, and she nods. And with a very serious expression, she just goes. And she comes back to William. William, here, Janice wants to have a chat with you. And as William comes in, she closes the door behind him.
I'll wait until I hear the sound of it locking.
Yes, because she locks it from the outside. Like, she's not stupid.
And then I will say, William. How are you, William?
I'm fine, Janice. Someone said that there might be trouble. People coming.
Yeah. Yes, I need to talk to you about some things that are very important. You must
What's that smell?
Oh, I think it's coming from that corner, Perhaps you should have a look. I don't know if it's a rat issue.
No, it smells like, I don't know, like rust or something. And he turns around and starts walking towards the source of the scent, which is a bowl full of blood.
So I'll follow him. And so I can be close to him. Jan's just trying to think of something clever to say. But he ain't thinking of anything apart from this man's heartbeat right now. So he's just going to be like, oh, do you think it's this, William? And he'll point towards the bowl. And if William sort of just like, he'll just sink his fangs into him.
That is exactly what happens. And at the taste of blood, may I ask you to make a hunger frenzy check at difficulty 4.
Yes, you can certainly ask.
It's a willpower check, adding bonus dice from you.
What?
Oh my god!
Say nothing bad about
6 successes. How much blood are you slaking?
I will probably slake. I'm going to slake 2. Because I think I got a lot of successes. If I got a few, I might have slaked more. But I'm going to slake 2.
Enough to get him weakened, but not. So he'll be weak, but not harmed.
Yes.
That'll take the rest of the scene.
Oh yeah, sure. And he will take his time and just enjoy it, draw it out, in a slightly seedy manner.
So you no longer have your melancholy, but you do, because of your massive herd advantage, have the possibility of choose a different resonance that William could have had.
Oh, I think something feisty and like up for a fight.
Choleric it is.
Choleric. Yeah, let's go.
So you have a choleric resonance.
Yeah.
In your blood. Because, I mean, this guy was gearing up for trouble. Someone said...
Yeah.
So he was gearing up for a fight. He did.
Yeah.
He probably will not be able to participate in the fight because he's now really weak.
It's a price I'm willing to pay.
Okay. So when that happens, you all come back. Yeah, the other three come back. It is around, I'm going to say around 9 by the time you're there.
Okay, well, I think the plan is the Carl, like Annie wants to speak to Carl.
Mm-hmm.
So, assuming that we're back at the Haven, then I think we'll bring Carl to wherever Annie is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I mean, I will obviously also seek out Janusz and tell him that we're back.
as I see Annie,
Mm-hmm.
I say, never so weary, never so in dread. The sight of the mind that rips through time, a vision that invites me to be dead, for my very existence is a crime. These zealots approach with their righteous fire. They wish above all to burn me to ash. They wish to sate their biblical ire. My body they'll break, my head they will smash. But should I welcome an end to these nights? They wish me dead, but already I am. I can give them this gift. They are in the right. Is my place the sacrificial lamb? I will live and die and live this night. Will death be final? 'Tis beyond my sight.
When you start reciting, she just runs and hugs you. And you finish saying your poem. And she said, well, it's a good thing you started because I wouldn't have recognized you with that beer.
I start taking the beer
Yeah.
off, and I say,
She says,
how about now?
well, you've always been good to me, Carl. So when I saw that, I wanted to alert you.
Thank you. You know, I fear fire. I was burnt once with water, with holy water. It has changed me a little, I think.
She
I
looks
do
at
not
you.
wish
and
to
says,
burn again.
I thought that was a myth. That we
It is a myth for some, but for some others it is. And for me, I was burnt. It is a secret of my family that I give to you because you have come back to help me live or unlive. Thank you.
What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? In that moment, could you make a roll for Janus?
Certainly.
It's a resolve plus animalism.
Okay, yeah. I know what you mean. So it's going to be the wrong one.
Yes.
That one. And it's going to be... Hang on a minute. I might have done the wrong thing. Oh no, I've done the right thing.
Yeah, you did right. 5 successes is enough. You sense, given your ritual,
Yeah.
your Koldunic sorcery ritual, which allows you to extend the range of your beast sense to the area you have demarcated with your blood in your, as long as it's your domain, because that's the important thing. By doing that ritual, now you can feel the hostile intent of those who have just entered your haven. Well, not your haven, your domain. The land.
Okay.
The lands around it.
So
you can sense the
Nanjazal?
direction, roughly. Sorry, what?
Am I with Nanjazal when this happens?
You are with everybody. You are there in the living room when they arrived, and they take
Okay.
Carl to
so
You're
so
all
Yash
together.
will hold up a hand and he will say, "They are here."
What, in the house?
What?
He'll point. I'll say they approach. They are coming across the threshold of my domain. It is time to go to war.
I will take off in the direction that he has pointed and go as quickly as I can to try and see if I can figure out what's coming and how.
Yeah, can I join Nanj doing
I will
that as
be
well?
obfuscating myself so that I'm quiet and not visible.
In which case, I might leave that to her.
Okay, so
I see you do that. And I'm like, you know what? You got this.
Yanis, you know that they are. They do not harbor a supernatural beast.
Yeah.
It is more than one. You don't know the exact numbers and the exact type.
Yeah.
But I mean, given the previous information, you have sort of like a good idea. Nangisel will do a obfuscate check, so I'll rouse the blood. And you succeed. You remain at hunger 3. And you are obfuscated, unseen passage, and silence of death.
Silence of death.
And you go out.
So my goal is to find where they are and how many of them are, and then come back as quickly as I can to prepare. Unless there is a small number, in which case I might just beat the crap out of them where they stand. But we'll see when we get that far.
Well, I think this is going to be sort of a... it's going to be like wits plus awareness, because you're going to be doing reconnaissance. What are the rest of you going to be doing?
I'm going to ask Yanish if he has any weapons in his house.
I mean, tools that can be used as weapons?
Yeah,
yes. Ceremonial daggers,
just...
several.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he will offer. He will say. He will basically direct Matilda to the tool shed and say there are many things there that can be used in an emergency.
All right.
So you see a lot. Sorry, it's a lot of like implements that can be used both as weapons, but also like, for example, sickles, because they have rituals around harvest and stuff.
Yeah.
So there is machetes for clearing out weed. There are big knives for work around and stuff like that. So anything you want to particularly grab?
I'll take a sickle. Thank you very much.
I'll ask her to get me one, and I'll say if there are any swords. I know how to use those from my stage fighting days, but somehow I doubt.
No, I'll look out.
Like that.
I'll look out.
The closest one is a machete.
Okay, I'll get the nicest looking machete, the one that's the most.
It's the only machete, and it's partly rusted.
I'll she'll just sort of clean it up a bit against her clothes. I'm like, oh, it's alright, it's good. He spent a night in Nanjas, can't be that fussy anymore.
Yeah.
What I want to do really is once I have that, I want to go upstairs and look out the window in the direction that we were told they were coming.
Okay, so I'm gonna
see if I can see them.
I'm gonna ask a wits plus learner's roll for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, actually, what is your wits plus awareness plus your discipline pool?
Wits. 6.
6. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, instead of having both of you roll, is since Nangisel is going on reconnaissance and gonna come back conveying information, I'm gonna give her 1 automatic success. Actually, your pool is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So yes, I will give her 1 automatic success on her check, and then the final information is a mix of what the both of you might have seen.
Okay.
Right.
Okay? So it's easier. So Nangisel, are you asking for your blood to help you on this one?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Kapal's got my back, man.
Kapal's got my God.
Also, I feel like if I end up in a frenzy check here, it will be a helpful thing. So, I mean...
Wow. So that's a total of 7 successes on your roll, plus the one that Carl is going to give you. That's 8 successes.
When I see them, if I see them, because if I see their shadowy figures, I am.
Ooh, and you go to hunger 4. Sorry.
Okay.
When I see them, I am amazed that anybody wants to kill me. I understand that they do. I am a monster and I killed one of their number. But I want to feel what they feel. So I want to be in one of their heads for a moment. So I can feel that.
So share senses. It's someone that you can see, but do they have to have some of your blood for that to work, or is that
no?
If
I can see them, then it's fine.
Okay, if they're in line of sight, you can automatically use it. Cool.
Yeah.
They need to have some of your blood in them if you want to do it remotely.
Yeah, then there are no rules about how far away they can be at that point. But if I can see them, I just kind of like I am fascinated by these people who want to come and kill me. So of course I want to know what that feels like.
Please make a roll of your share senses power, which I believe is
resolve plus discipline.
Yes, plus resolve plus auspics.
Yeah, resolve plus auspics. Okay. Well, I'll use a willpower.
Well,
I don't have to use a willpower.
Not yet, but you can rouse the blood.
Do I rouse? Yeah, okay.
For a blood surge.
I'll do that. But so I'll roll for my rouse then.
You will go hungry.
Okay, I get an extra hunger, and then I will. How much does that give me?
Well, your resolve plus discipline, you can roll it directly from your character sheet.
2 successes. I'll use my willpower to.
Yeah, you have 3 non-hunger dice that can be rerolled.
Okay, fine.
Okay, let me do my own roll here.
Okay, 3 successes altogether. That's all.
Great. Carlos doesn't know how to write. I made 2 typos. 2. Okay.
It's not your language.
Yeah, it's not my language. I mean, when you write, you have to write GM roll. Roll is not a word in Spanish. Unless you're talking about cinnamon rolls. But I digress. Okay. So, do you have to choose senses? No, I think you can.
I can choose all of them if I want.
Yes.
I can choose a few, but obviously I really want the sense of feeling and touch.
The feeling, touch. How about sight or hearing?
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter so much because I know what they're seeing and I know what they're hearing. But it's really the sense of their feeling and how they are in themselves that I wish to.
Okay, the one you are connecting sort of with. Right now he feels the cold breeze only in the tips of his fingers, which are the only things that are not covered by the gloves. And you can fear, that sense of trepidation when you're sneaking into a place. But they move with a lot of, they feel very sure of themselves when they move around. And Nigel, you do see a group. It's about probably 5 to 6 people.
In what way do they look armed and or armored?
They are armed.
Yeah.
And
with like firearms or?
A couple of them have firearms, yes.
Okay.
You cannot see them all very well, but the ones you do, I mean, between the two of you, you got 8 successes. So by the time you see them, because you know the place so well, you know where to stand to see them, but it is difficult because it is as if they also knew the place like the back of their hand as they are coming in. They know the place very well, apparently, for some reason.
What can I say?
But you got enough successes that you managed to go over that. No matter how good their infiltration is, that allows them to circumvent all of the protections of a haven.
So just to be clear, because one of the things that I want to know is, in case I have to hit them a lot, is how well armored are they, if at all? Like, are they wearing like flak jackets or whatever?
They look to be
Are they wearing things mean that if I punch them repeatedly, they might have some protection against that.
No, they look like they have personal body armor, as in like a bulletproof vest.
Okay.
They are all with. Sorry.
How far away from? Are they in sight of the house by this point?
They are inside of the house, yes, but they are in the grounds because Janice's Haven is very big. It's a big house, but it has massive. He doesn't have a back garden. He has like a plot. It's a big place where he does festivals for like 30 people.
But that means that they have already crossed the threshold of his haven.
Yes, of his domain. Yes, his personal haven.
In which case, then I'm justified in starting to murder them. So that is what I will begin to do. Yeah. To be clear, because I think they haven't seen me or they can't see me.
That's your assumption, yes?
Yes, my assumption, yeah. I want to wait for the last person, guess, to pass me by, and then try and grab hold of that person and just snap their neck.
Ooh, interesting. Just give me a second.
So can I let you know what Yanis is doing?
Yes, please. In the meantime, I need that information.
So whilst people are going upstairs and this kind of thing, is Veronica out in the grounds somewhere, or is she at the house?
Oh, she's at the house she's at the porch, the front porch with all the big dogs, all the shepherds, all the Kovacs, all the the poms and the little leers. They are all put away. These are the big ones.
I'll say to her.
So it's like 6 or 7 big dogs.
Because assuming they're standing in a very obvious, like dramatic, we're going to hold the door kind of way.
Yeah, well, she is outside and they are just walking around. A couple of them are sitting, but she's.
So he will go to her and he will say, "The enemy are coming, Veronica."
You can feel the fear in her face.
So take the dogs, hide, let them come into the house. When you hear the screams, send in the dogs.
Are you sure, Janice? Are you sure?
Yeah. Yes, if they are foolish enough to step over this threshold, you do not need to fear for me.
Will do. And she just goes to the front gate with the dogs and waits until she hears screaming.
Excellent. And then I'm going to spend the time whilst these people are getting closer, letting the ghosts know that they're coming.
Okay, that is really good.
And that it is time to feast.
Ooh, this is going to be juicy. So let's start with Nanjasel. Could you please do a strength plus stealth check? That's going to be your brawl. Because you want to do it in a way that'll pop you out of your obfuscate, but you want to make it in a way that doesn't alert the others. Sorry?
I'm building up to feral weapons, but as many of them as I can pick off easily before I get that far, then that's fine.
Cool.
So yeah.
So do your roll.
I need you to do that.
I forgot that you need me to do that.
Apologies.
No, it's okay. So, you have a shit ton of stealth. What was I thinking?
Yes.
Okay. Are you gonna do a blood search for this?
No.
Cool.
I need to save up my blood for when this gets really bad.
So far you have 4 successes, Messi critical.
Oh, that sounds helpful.
It's fun.
Yes, 0 successes on. Well,
let's spend some willpower because I'm trying to be. I can't. Oh well, in which case, never mind then.
You are at hunger 4.
Just because you said so far, I thought that meant I could do something.
No, I thought so too. I was checking, but all of your dice were hunger dice.
It's fine.
So
we'll just messy critical then.
So you're gonna do a lot of damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the way that this is gonna happen is in a very obvious way, as in you will not be able to snap his neck. You're at hunger 4. You're gonna sink your teeth into him.
Okay, fine.
Again,
Maybe a hunger 4, yes!
it was a messy critical though.
Yeah.
But making any noise or the beast snarl, anything that will break your sort of subterfuge, your stealth, your sneaky approach, will go against the fact that you critically succeeded at being stealthy. Therefore, since there is no appropriate thing to go on, I will invite you to take along again on a compulsion. This time, it's not going to be your clan compulsion. It's going to be harm. Because your beast is riled up to it. Well, you're going to be at a dice pool disadvantage until you take it out on someone.
Oh, good.
And
well, someone
this guy doesn't count. I'm talking about
another person
pummeling someone even though they're down, like something like that. You know, like harming them actively.
It's like excessive harm, but not necessarily killing.
Well, that's good because I have excessive harm in mind, so that seems to support the general narrative feel of this. So yeah, do that.
Are you going to drink, and how much?
Sure. Well, I intended to kill this person, so why don't I just do that now?
Okay.
Then I won't have any hunger, and then this person will be dead. That'll be one fewer people invading where we live.
And as I look out the window, I feel Nan Giselle's teeth sink into my neck.
No, actually, I actually rolled, and out of the 6, you are writing number 2. Okay. Which is amazing because if not, you would have felt the thrill of the kiss as you feel dying, and it's not great. But she grabbed on number 6, so I rolled my d6. I was thinking this is gonna be fun, but no, it didn't happen. But you do, Nangisol, feed from him in a not so subtle way.
No.
As in, he will die of the damage because you're sucking. You're not taking your time. You don't care about this. You kill him, you reach hunger 0, you also gain 1 stain.
Okay.
So you are at hunger not. Sorry?
I'll move on to the next person whenever I next get to do something.
The thing is that it'll take you 5 rounds, 5 turns. So by the time you finish with this guy, they will be at the doors or at the place. But Carl does see that Nangisel takes on one of them. Do you alert the others? Do you alert the rest?
Yeah, I'll tell them. I'll say, Nan just got one. I imagine Annie's with me because
she holds your hand. She doesn't want to let go.
I'll say to her, and I'll just call out to the others. Nan just got one, and nod to Annie.
Of course, Sane, Evelina, and the rest are inside. Sane has like a stick, and Evelina, she's holding like a mean-looking dagger.
So I will say to them, if things go badly, protect the relics.
And some of them look confused, and Evelina opens her eyes and turns to Sane, and he says, "Yes, Janus." And he just runs. Evelina runs behind him, and the others that are puzzled just spring into action after Evelina literally barks orders at them. And they go down the old wine cellar and disappear from sight.
Okay.
So what is Matilda doing?
If I look out the window, how many do I see?
Well, Carl might point out, point a couple that you can see. There's one that he points at and you cannot see them at. That's simply. But there's another one. Oh, I see that movement, that rustling of those. Yes, I see him. You see a couple.
Okay. All right. I'll just turn to the other two and say, "I'm going to wait for them to come and get us." How protected is your house, Janusz?
Matilda, I told you once that a lot of people were killed in this house. The people who used to be my family. Their spirits are still here, and they are hungry. So yes, we are going to wait in this house, but it is not we who should be afraid. It is them. They are walking to their own deaths.
So, with that, Matilda realizes what he means, what Janus means by that. When they, instead of approaching the door, approach aside, move some stuff around, and apparently what is a secret passage or door is open to one of the sides of the house. Something that Janus is aware of. But just because it's his house, it's one of the many little nooks and crannies. They know this place. They have been here. And if, well, of course, not them, because that would mean that they are way older than they should. But that they know of this place. They studied this place. They have a layout of this place. You don't have the home ground advantage. Not against them. This place has been compromised beyond belief. But Janus tells you in which direction they're gonna show up, where that passage behind some of the walls is gonna lead to. In the ground floor.
Okay. Are we on the top floor at the moment?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you gonna wait on the upstairs or are you gonna go downstairs to meet them?
Is there like a staircase that they're going to go? I'll ask Janus. I'll be like, will they use the staircase to like?
There are two.
There's two staircases. Okay. Fine. Just open the. Sorry.
Are they all together? Because I'll know if they're all together because I'm riding one of them.
They are spread into two teams. It looks like, but one of them feels fear. The one you're feeling feels fear.
I'll let the others know. They're splitting into groups.
So can you see them, Carl?
I can see through the eyes of one of them.
So could you show me where one of them is?
I point to one of them for Janus.
And when you switch into what he sees, what you see is his hand holding on to the collar in the back of a bulletproof vest, and everything is in shades of green.
They have night vision.
And you can hear the labored breath as they're holding it as they walk towards the front door.
They're coming in the
With
front.
Carl's help, can I actually see one of them enough to do something, or can I not? Is it just pitch black for me?
It is. Well, it's not pitch black. He is feeling them through like walls and the floor. These guys, some of them are going around the front door. Some of them are going through this passage. Then you see, Carl, you see a fuse box. Sort of like not a fuse box, the electricity box thingy.
They're at the electricity box. You'll know where that is.
What I want to do, Carlos, is if I can, I want to do a Whispers of the Wind. I want to send one of them a message with my blood.
To one of them?
Yeah, I don't care who it is.
Yes, you can. You can, because you are within your haven, so that is good.
Okay. So I will let the blood mist from my palm, and I will say into the blood, we are waiting to take your soul.
Wow.
Come closer.
So do your rouse check.
Creepy.
That you can re-roll because it's a level 1 power.
Yeah. Sure.
And then do a
Yay, I passed one at last.
Yes.
Finally.
Okay.
Manipulation plus intimidation, if you have it.
Yeah. I don't have intimidation, will surprise you to hear. But that's fine. I don't suppose I get any bonus dice, do I?
You gain 1 from your haunted haven that you have rose.
Yeah. Cool.
That is the success you get.
Yeah.
And so, and Carl, you can feel, or you can hear from sort of comms. They know we're here. Kill the lights. And the place goes dark.
Shit.
So,
Just how I like it.
what do you do?
I turned to Yanush to ask him, do you have any torches? Any kind of
Yes.
And he says, like, I can see. Where do we go?
Where do we go? Yes. Where is safe?
I think we should start. I'll get Duchess to help me, and I think we've got an escape
Yes, we have.
tunnel,
Escape tunnel, yes.
which is a new addition from back in the day when they were here.
That is the things that you have to. You're in the top floor and you have to get all the way to the cellar, where the others are.
That's fine. I feel like we're on holy ground. The gods are with us. We'll be fine.
Be
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Because I'm outside, at whatever point I get into the house, my goal is to basically start searching for them and killing them.
Mm-hmm.
That's I don't know at what point I will get back, but I reason I've got Eyes of the Beast, so I should be able to see in the dark.
So yeah,
And I will then set about extinguishing them.
well,
Around the house.
when the lights go out in the house, that's when you finish your feed.
Yeah,
But
okay.
by that time, you know that they are in the house, so you start
Yes.
making your way back, which is short.
The shortest route there, yeah.
Okay, cool. So the rest of you go
Yeah.
down. What do you do? Are you following someone? What do you do?
Well, follow Yanis. He knows his way.
Yeah.
I know where one group of them is, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go just in front of Yanush just because I can take a little bit if we come up against any
Yeah.
of them. I'm a little bit more robust than Yanush, so I'll just ask
Yeah.
him to just point me in the right direction.
Yeah, I'll point her in the right direction.
Okay. So you start walking and you start going down the stairs. Sadly, you're going to be met face to face with the other group that Carl didn't know where it was. So this is how it's going to be done. We don't roll for initiative or anything. You're just going to tell me what's going to happen because you're going to find each other, sort of startle each other. So there's no surprise or anything here. I am assuming Matilda is taking
Yeah.
point. Right behind her is Janet, and then behind them are Carl and Annie.
Okay.
As soon as I see one of them, whoever's in front, I'm gonna lock eyes with them.
Difficult because they have goggles.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Night
Alright,
vision, remember?
damn
Well,
it.
they can see you very well.
So I'm guessing mesmerize will not work.
No.
Ah, fuck. Alright.
Don't will.
Yeah, sure. I'll use that instead.
Okay.
I'll just.
Well, you'll wait because as in
Yeah,
everything,
sorry.
is in every combat, people who have range attacks go first, and one of them opens fire to the first thing that they have in front of them, which is a redhead.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
So let's see. Wow.
Cool.
So he shoots you, and you take 4 health levels of superficial damage.
Can I
Half
use,
down to 2. Sorry?
Can I use my resilient?
Oh, you have resilience.
I do. Yeah.
You'll have to turn it on reflex like in your turn. You cannot turn it.
Yeah, that's fine.
reflex.
Right, so that's 2, right?
Two health levels of superficial damage right now.
Lovely.
And after he shoots 2 or 3 bullets on you, and you don't drop, they said, "We found them all," and like the person behind him, and then the person behind him starts like loading his weapon, a shotgun. So what do? You have your action now.
Okay. You know what? I think she's a bit pissed off. So can she lunge for the first one?
Yes, you can jump from the stairs. Like, well, you were coming down the stairs, so you would an easy jump and go at him with a sickle, I guess.
Yeah, go on then. Oh, yeah, go on.
Okay, can you do a dexterity plus? No, that's a strength plus melee. Although it's a small weapon.
That's fine.
So it could be dexterity. Dexterity plus melee.
Oh, sorry, dexterity plus melee. Okay, sorry, I'll re-roll that.
Oh, you're so lucky.
What was it?
Okay. Oh, oops, sorry, I will re-roll. Yeah, no, it's my bad. Ooh, okay. Are you gonna re-roll?
What did I?
You got 2 successes, only in your hunger die. One of them a 10, but you have 0 successes in your 2 non-hunger dice.
Okay, so I'll re-roll those 2.
Okay, spend
So
1
just
willpower.
WP roll.
And WP re-roll 2 dice.
Thank you.
And then mark 1 willpower spent. Because I have the feeling that some rolls will have repercussions later involving willpower. So you have 4 successes, which makes it you do a clean jump and you sink the tip of the sickle on the collarbone of the person, like right behind where he's whatchamacallit? The
clavicle?
No, I'm talking about the vest. Like you go past it. You feel that it's snugged a little bit, and it detracts a little bit from it. So it's not that you're outright kill him, but you do harm him on the shoulder and the clavicle, in the collarbone. A lot. He screams.
Good.
Annie pulls you as they open fire, pulls you upstairs and let's go through the other stairs. Come, Carl. Because you are in front of like 3 guys and they are clearly armed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you what you do.
Okay. Well, and what's Yanis doing in front of us?
Yes, that's a good question. What is Yanis doing in front of you?
So there's one who's trying to pull out a shotgun.
Yes.
So that one, he will say to Duchess, attack.
Kill. Okay.
And then he's going to spend his action not attacking. He's going to start saying, here they are. Kel, Beck, Mishka, Jack, Linda, Olive, Arthur, Brenda, your killers. Take them now.
Whoa, okay. First, roll 6 dice for Duchess. For her melee pull.
I will have to just do a slash R...
6d10.
10? Yeah.
Space. Slash R space.
Yeah, slash R space 6d10. Because that is...
Sorry, I missed my space.
That is 1, 2, 3 successes. So she she goes for the one that is, well, you just said attack, right? Or are you?
Yeah, I told you the one who was like the one that was starting to pull a weapon, basically.
Okay.
I just want her to attack them so they can't. So it's harder for them to just shoot us.
Okay. So she bites. The guy just wait, give me a second because he can, at a penalty, try to mitigate some of the damage. Which he does mitigate some of the damage. As in, you saw Duchess jump at him, and he at the last second just puts his arm over his face, and she bites in a padded area. But she's pulling, and she's big, so she sort of like swings him out of balance. Okay. Carl and Annie.
Well, I look at the other one, and
okay.
Yeah, I look at the other one, and I just kind of turn on all my charisma and use entrancement on him and say, You've come for me. Why?
Oh my god. Roll. I will roll my resistance.
Okay. So that's
Because
Charisma.
you might have found a friend who wants to help you in the middle of this.
Good
I'm
work.
hoping. I mean, you know. So it's what is it? Charisma.
With entrancement, it's charisma plus presence. Charisma plus discipline. Just roll it directly.
Oh, right, charisma plus discipline. Okay, so I just rolled.
Ooh, I have a good
Okay.
good resist pool.
So entrancement. Entrancement. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't got the right window open to do the
Yeah.
all the-
And also, if you're gonna rouse the blood and do all of those things,
yeah, I'll. Do I need to rouse to do this one?
you need to rouse to activate the power. But also, if you want to do a blood surge,
Yeah, I'll do a blood surge.
okay, add it.
Sure. So how much is that?
That would be
Two. Another two.
an extra 2. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Well, I rolled 10 dice and only got 3 successes. That's
Four.
I think I probably should 4. So I should use some willpower, shouldn't I?
Yes, because you have plenty of dice that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice that are not successes. So you can roll up to 3.
Okay. Well, I think I'll take the full 3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Willpower,
Because
yeah.
why just take 1 when you can take the 3?
You know. Okay. So I've got 3, 4, 5.
That
6,
is
7,
enough
7.
because he had rolled 4 successes. I mean, this is someone from the Society of Leopold. They are trained to resist those powers of the mind from the
Of course they are.
from evil, you know, from Satan.
I'm well enough.
But
I'm not going to tell him to. I'm not going to tell him to attack his friends or anything. Obviously.
no, but he does lose his action. You
Yeah.
give him pause. Matilda activates her taunt,
Thank you very much.
and
And I'll, yeah, and I'll just tell them to leave now.
that is good. But next round is where it's at. Annie is now bodily, like literally pulling you away, Carl. As in, she's really trying to drag you with her to the other staircase.
There are others on the other staircase, Annie.
How do you know? Come on, these are
I can see through one of their eyes.
and exactly that is exactly what you see. People coming up the stairs,
They
but
are
now they're
coming
rushing.
the stairs. If we go to that other staircase, we will be unprotected by these two. We must go this way.
Okay, so
And this man will help us.
now on the second round of combat, there are
I need to do my rouse checks.
yes, please do 2 rouse checks.
Rouse. 2 fails.
2 fails, so that brings your hunger
And 4.
level to 4, I think.
Yes, 4.
Okay, but in the words of a good friend and a great man, a number of things happen. Because in this second round is where from the front door a throng of not wild, but really big, mean dogs come in. Like the door opens and you hear in Polish that the only person that can make out what is being said is Janusz saying, "Go, eat, go." And you hear one bark, but many paws and claws, scratching the surface as they just go. The one man that was completely entranced with Carl is like jumped by 3 or 4 of those dogs, and the one who's being attacked by Matilda with the sickle is also jumped by a couple because his fresh blood is calling on them. So he's like taken. On the other side of the house, however, a different beast comes in, eyes red, glowing in the dark, coming through the back door. You can hear the footsteps of people walking up the stairs.
Well, I feel like I'm going to slash those people to death.
Okay.
Especially since I have a compulsion to harm them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I would assume that your action is that.
Yes, whichever is the first one I get to. Feral weapons.
Oh, you're getting okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let's go with things that happen at distance first. The guy that has the Duchess in his arm. He's gonna be sort of like penalized for this, but he's still gonna take a shot. Of course, Matilda is right in front of his friend, so he turns the shotgun barrel towards the staircase, where an old man is shouting names of other dead people.
Yes.
Right.
Shout the cloud.
A war cry.
Do you have any celerity to dodge this, Peter?
No.
Just saying. I mean, you can try and dodge it, but you will be at a 2 down.
Names and get shot. That's his plan.
You can do it, but you will be at a massive disadvantage.
The annual walking stick.
I mean, you have dexterity like 1.
Like I activate my discipline. I walk normally.
Well, so in that case, this will prompt a fear frenzy check from Matilda. Because what comes out, not 3 feet from her face, is an aptly named dragon's breath. It is just a big hot. It looks like a flamethrower for a second. Janice, you take 4 health levels of aggravated damage.
Okay.
Shit. Okay. Sorry, what was that fear frenzy?
Yes.
Is that just
a frenzy check, and you make sure that it's a will. Yeah, you roll frenzy. It'll ask for your willpower and your humanity.
So
your current willpower, by the way, in case you have used any.
I look at Annie.
So how is it looking for you? Sorry?
I look at Annie and say, "You were right about the fire."
She has her fangs out and snarling at the fire.
So it's obviously looking a bit crispier than I'd like it to. I'm assuming that I also need to make a frenzy check.
Ideally, yes, please.
I'm so sorry, I can't find the frenzy button on.
It's
Roll
next to
20.
the rouse check.
Oh, right, next to the rouse check. Okay.
So it's looking crispy.
Yeah.
Good work.
That is a good. Oh, that is 5 successes critical win, Janice. You've been shot in the chest with their holy fire, and it has only almost killed you, but that's it.
That is it.
You're not afraid of that. It does sit you in your ass in the staircase. Like you are blown backwards and you're sat in your ass in the staircase. Sort of like by the feet of Carl and Annie. Matilda, also, you got your necessary 2 successes.
Okay.
But like barely. Only just.
She just jumped back.
Yeah, no, the difficulty was higher
Janice,
for Peter.
she's been deep fried.
Yeah, for Janice, it was difficulty 4 because he had been deep fried, but he swimmingly went through it.
Very good.
Now we go to the hand-to-hand.
Boom.
Nangisel, you reach the man. Your feral weapons assume the form of claws, fangs. What are you doing?
Cool, I would think.
Yeah, it's your call. You can do.
Yeah.
It's your choice.
I've given no thought to this. So let's go with claws.
Could you do please a rouse check for calling them out?
Yes. Could you do that?
Oh, damn it. Oh, you pass it.
Because I'm filled with righteous holy fury.
Yeah, sure. So I assume you're gonna slash the guy, right?
Yes, I'm going to slash him and keep going till he's not any longer alive.
Okay.
Which I assume.
Are you gonna rouse? Are you gonna do a blood search for this?
Yeah.
Because you're at Hunger Zero and you can afford it.
Yeah, I can afford it.
And why?
And because I'm dedicated to his destruction.
I mean, that's
the main reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so far you have 3 successes. Plenty of dice. Well, 3. Yeah, plenty of dice came up empty. So you could do a willpower roll. But also you have a 10. So there is the possibility of a critical win. Are you gonna willpower reroll it?
Do that thing, yes.
Yes, you make it into a critical win for a total of 6 successes.
Yeah.
And your claws, you come from behind, and you literally go both sides around the chest where the Velcro usually is, and it is a little bit less protected. And your claws sink into this guy's kidneys and costilla, which is ribs in English, because English. and he lets out a scream, a short-lived scream, because it is painful and deadly. But you feel the blood, warm blood, trickling through your fingers. I'm gonna do your rouse check.
Yeah.
For your blood search.
I see if I've murdered him, I've got more stains. Right?
Yes, you gain another stain.
Yep.
But I think that's quite good harm, though, she's done there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is that now if she wants to satisfy her compulsion, she will stay with this body, shredding it for at least one other round.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, that feels like an appropriate thing to do, right? Because it's compulsion.
Yes.
So I will do that.
So that's why you gain a second, because I mean, it's not that you're going to gain stains for each person. You gain stains for killing the innocent, but you are doing it somewhat in self-defense. But the first guy, but this one is not exactly. So that's how it stacks up. So it's like you're just adding and then let's sprinkle a little bit of butter, and then let's sprinkle a little bit of like salt, and you're sprinkling everything that you found in this food cabinet, but you're sprinkling it on it, and everything is giving you more stains. Matilda.
Oh, right.
Well, the guy in front of you is going to try and fight you. You know, through 2 dogs and your daunt. So basically, you gain 2 dice. you gain 2 dice to your check because you're getting assists from dogs.
Thank you, dog.
Dog assist is one of the best types of assists.
Yeah, doggy assist.
Doggy
Ask
assist.
Phil.
Do I need to roll anything?
So,
do I need to roll anything? Or
dexterity plus melee, please.
Okie dokie. Dexterity plus melee.
Did you? Well, did you add? You didn't add the dice
no,
from
I
the
didn't add
dogs.
my thing. Sorry, my bad.
Dog dice.
Dog dice.
Should I just do
slash R to space 2d10, and you will have your 2 dice from your dog dice.
What was that? Sorry, in what box?
Slash R space in the chat boxes. Slash R space 2d10.
2d10.
This poor soul. Yeah, you get an extra 2 successes because the dogs are super amazing.
Thank you, Dogs.
This poor guy has the penalties from your daunt, so he only manages to subtract 2 of your 4 successes. You hit him for 5, 6. Okay, you are going to you go for his leg this time with the sickle, and you pull behind his knee. You hear the hamstring. You don't kill him, but you hurt him a lot.
Good.
And the dogs finish and you knock him down enough for the dogs to jump on him.
Do I have any extra thing that I could do to kick that flamethrower away?
No, it's not a flamethrower. It was a shotgun with dragon breath fire rounds. And also, the guy that you just attacked is not the guy who shot it. It's the one a little further away.
That is fine. I will.
So Nanjasel is very distracted with this guy, but the last guy that was in front of him...
Yes, I imagine he's going to whack me.
No, he shows up where Annie and Carl are.
Oh.
And he goes for it. And Carl, you see for a second your life and then your own life pass in front of your eyes. As the man says, "Die, you beast," and throws something at you that is blocked by Annie. And then Annie, all wet, looks at him and says, "Drop your weapon and fall to the ground." When they lock eyes.
Good girl.
Nice.
And now she's all wet in holy water, but no, I'm not rolling splash damage, chat, okay?
No.
Wow.
She valiantly put herself in harm's way and blocked the holy water.
That's very kind of her.
Now, that is basically it. For you can feel the man who shot Yanis, the one that is being now attacked in the floor. Well, not in the floor. The one that is attacked by Duchess.
Well, he's been
attacked by Duchess.
And I'm going to say, because I haven't had action this round, I'm just going to lock eyes with him, use Daunt, and say, "Drop your weapon. You lose."
Roll charisma plus intimidation.
Intimidation.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay. He hesitates for a second, but drops it. And then you see the man that dropped his weapon and he's in the floor in front of Annie. When you say that, and you're in the stairs, and the upper floor is like waist high, so the guy who's laying on the floor is like not that far away, sort of like from your point of view. And you see him that he's now on the floor. He turns and sees you, and he goes for his tactical weapon, not the one he was holding because he dropped it. And when he's gonna train it at your face, you can see his veins pop, and his left arm starts twitching as he just seems to have a heart attack and die. Now Janus, burned as he is, can see Olive holding the heart of this man, filled with rage and hunger and thirst for vengeance. And that is where we're gonna go for a break. So, first things first, do you guys have any shout-outs?
Well, I have a thing to talk about, which you might also be wanting to talk about. I don't know.
It's very important.
Next week.
Yes.
About next week. Did you want to talk about that, or shall I?
No, just that's why I was bringing it up. That way, talk about it.
So those of you who watch along with our chronicles normally will know that after session 5, we tend to have a break for the storyteller and then have a one-shot in that kind of gap week. And this is going to be a bit of a special one because we are going to have a one-shot, but we're also going to have our very first guest storyteller.
Yes.
And that is going to be Lane, who some of you will have seen in Blood on the Tamases and other one-shots.
Yes.
But yeah, she's going to be stepping up to ST for the first time. We have 3 players that will be playing in that game. Nat, who you may remember from the Embraces episode, who played Matilda's sire, but also in
Sir
the Tennessee
Francis,
who played Sir Francis so well. And We've also got a guy called Phil. I don't know. Someone, I don't know him.
It might be just Philip. I don't know if he likes being called Phil.
I'm not sure.
Well, I thought his name was Dog Killer.
I thought
The dog killer.
Yeah.
Dispenser.
Jim
of the
Roy
Saint
Woods and Silas Shaw himself, the man, the
Yeah.
myth, the legend, is coming back next week for our one shot.
And also Rob, who you may remember from the Embraces episode, who played Danik, who was Yanish's sire. But
Not
also,
creepy at all.
Not creepy at all.
Not even vaguely.
I don't know how creepy he'll be next week, but he will be playing in the one shot as a sort of warm up to other things I won't speak about. And the other thing I was going to say is it's going to be a V5 setting, and it's called those Halcyon Nights. And that will be next week at the usual time. So do come along and check that out.
Yeah, come check out more vampire for you guys from the hand of Lane. So be sure to tune in next week, Monday, 7 p.m., just as always. And also show a lot of love for what she and her players will be doing. So see you here next week. And before we officially go to the break,
I'd like to have a shout out.
Yes.
Because I know that some of the chat are lightweights and tend to go to bed before the end of the episode. So I just like to say thank you for your retention over the last season and a half, and I will bid you my farewells and a more fulsome one at the end of the whole episode.
Yeah. For this is Carl's last episode or last appearance as a member of the main cast. If he survives, who knows? He can guest, he can come, he can join us, he can do other interesting stuff. But if he doesn't, well, so, maybe he will be one yet another ghost in Haven's domain, in Janice's Haven. So yeah, thank you very much.
Conversations with Nange's dad.
Yes, yes. You'll have to go to the river and get wet for that. And we're gonna go. So it is 5 to 9. Really sorry about that, but we need to play that interesting combat. We will come back in 15 minutes. So we're talking about 10 past 9 p.m. or come back in 15 minutes, and. We won the vote. War Room 70, Games Room 30. Bye. Hello and welcome back for part 2 of this mid-season, episode 5 of season 2 of Blood on the Severn. And we left it with our coterie having defeated the assailants that had come for them. So the final tally is so far 4 dead, now that you can see it. You can only see 3 dead. You don't know where the 4th is. It's somewhere in the grounds in the back. The one of them, a body fully mutilated, ravaged by Nangisel's claws. The other one died of a very, very severe case of the ghosts, and another one died of he was just torn by 6 angry massive dogs. So you have 2 guys that are alive. One of them, the one who surrendered, dropped his weapon. His arm was being bitten by Duchess. And the other one is the one that Matilda had attacked, severely wounded and bleeding. So,
there's a lot of.
I assume I find them.
Sorry. One at a time. Josh,
There's a lot of blood about, and I'm hunger 4.
could you please roll a frenzy check?
That's what I was thinking I should do.
Bex?
I was asking, can I find this group?
Yes, you just need to walk to the end, like
or am I
to
still
the hole.
them?
No, you're not that far away.
Sorry. You cut out.
That you're not that far away.
Sorry, you cut out. I didn't hear. Okay, fine.
Ooh, Carl, that's a good roll. You don't go into frenzy.
Yeah, but I'm still hungry though, so I'm going to
Yep.
stride down the stairs towards this guy that I've daunted. My fangs are still out, and I'm going to say, "I am your worst nightmare. You cannot. You must succumb." And I'm going to bite him in the neck.
Okay. You have dawn, so go for it.
And I'm going to drain. I mean, obviously, this is what Carl thinks it is. He's just kind of drinking out of a nice glass, but actually, he's just kind of. He's going to drain this guy if no one stops him.
Well, funny you should say that. So Janusz will say, don't kill him, Carl.
Really? Very well.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
How much blood are you slaking?
I don't know. How much does a human possess? I mean, I'm happy to put him in the hospital.
Well, if you take 2 without being careful with the wounds that he has sustained, he will be hospital material.
Okay, I'll take 2 then.
Okay, cool.
You don't want to die.
Matilda's just gonna have her sickle sort of at the throat of the one that's looking really damaged, and just say, "Don't try anything."
Can I then wander back or find them at this point?
Yes, you see Annie, and she's drenched. Well, not drenched, she's wet.
I might seem covered in blood.
You are covered in blood. She looks at you and looks at your claws and look at the bits and pieces that are like dropping and dripping from them. You see her wet. Behind her, there's a staircase, and Janusz is there. His chest is a mess that is still smoking.
Just walk past her and straight to him.
Okay.
I'll go, what do you need?
What I need, what we will need, is those men to live this night.
All right. I'll get hold of the one that Matilda's got the sickle at him.
Yeah.
I'll just get him by the collar.
And when I hear the need in Janusz's voice, I'm going to detach my fangs and just kind of push him down and say, "He's yours," and then go up and embrace Annie for saving my hecking unlife.
My plan is to take these 2 off somewhere that I know about in the house, and then I tie them up and secure them.
Yes, you know of a place that you can do just that. Also, they will need medical attention soon. Both of them.
Okay. Well, that is not my first priority, let me tell you.
Okay. Are you doing it on your own, or are you asking help
I will
from
do it on
the children?
Okay. I'll have help from the children. And I'm assuming Janusz doesn't want them to die, so they can have whatever medical aid means they won't die, but no more than that.
Okay, well, now that the noise has died out, the person that shows, well, there's 2 people that show out of the cellar. Is Evelina and Zane. Zane is trying to protect Evelina, but Evelina looks a lot more capable with that dagger than she lets out.
Can I get rid of my masquerade breachy claws?
Well, Evelina knows about you and Janusz.
Okay,
not a problem. But you can get rid of your masquerade breaching claws, yes, because Zane does not know.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's very dark because, of course, the lights were not.
It is.
So if I know Evelina is around, I will basically just have her put Zane somewhere else because I don't want him seeing.
Okay.
All of this yet.
Go back downstairs. Everything's all right. And you hear the door, and then she sort of like goes around the place. Janusz, where are you? And she starts like going blind to where you go.
I'm here, Evelina.
What happened? Is it over?
For now, yeah.
The police might come. There were shots.
They might.
And now that she goes near you, she can smell the flesh burn. Oh my God, Janusz. Lord Perrin, what had they done to you?
Nothing that Kostroma cannot put right.
Okay.
You are right about the police. We should clear up as much of this as possible.
I imagine if Matilda was in the room at that point, she probably would agree and go out to the front and keep watch in case the cops come.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as Nanjusel is taking the bodies to a place that no one will find them.
I mean, I might just casually be like, there's a bloke on the back stairs that you might want tidying up. And I carry them off.
Yeah. You do that. Evelina will tend to them, but she's no expert. But she will do her best. Almost like when you go outside the house, you see Matilda, Caleb.
I'll be going out with Matilda probably and Annie, I imagine, because
yes,
Yeah.
I mean, our presence is a good way of getting people away.
Yeah, between the presses and the dominate of you three, you can do something. But the person that is outside is Caleb, and the one who reacts is Annie. It's like, you're here. It's like, you said you were coming here. What happened? I've been trying to ring, but there's nothing, and no lights, no nothing.
Sorry, is that Caleb saying that?
Yes,
Okay, I'll just say we have it under control.
Caleb,
You have
why
no
are you
business
here?
Annie said that she was coming here to look for you.
Is that right, Annie? Did you tell him that?
Yeah, I asked him to look for you in your usual places, that I was gonna come here to see if the others knew where you were.
Well, as you can see, we're perfectly fine, Caleb.
Caleb.
And she turned, like, Annie turns. And she gives you a look of, really?
Or is that
Caleb, I will have to talk to the rest of my coterie, one of whom is here, but it seems I have to leave Bristol as soon as possible. My cover is blown and I'm putting other people in danger. The Society of Leopold was just in this house trying to kill us.
Society of who? What? Open the door and let me see if I can sort this out.
Caleb, you have a boon to this coterie. And with their permission, I'll ask the other two, I wish to call it in. I wish you to bend all your contacts and your knowledge to getting me to Paris as soon as possible, so that I don't put anyone else in danger.
Well, talk to the others and let me know. I'll be on the phone then.
Right.
And he literally goes to the passenger seat, knocks on the window, and gets a guy, tells him something, and the guy goes on foot somewhere else. Annie approaches the gate, and he says, "Are you okay?" Yes. Apparently it's under control. And she glances back at Matilda. She's like, and she shrugs. But the police might come. Do not worry about the police. I got this.
Annie, if you wish to come with me, you may. Know that I am in your debt. You have saved my life. You've saved my face from being burnt again. And I offer you a boon. And that is the least I can do.
Well, maybe I will I will join you to Paris. Make sure that you're safe. Then I can come back, right, Caleb? And Caleb says, "Well, as you wish. I'll make the arrangements then. Ask your coterie if this is going to be the way we play it. If not, I'm offering to do it for a boon."
Very well. I look at Matilda and I say, this seems fair, but it's up to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
I think I will cause you no end less trouble by not being here for a little while at least.
Yeah, we can talk to the others, but it's fine.
We'll discuss it.
Back inside the Haven, what has Janice been doing? Because I know what Nangisel has been doing and how many people she has been moving. But there are now bodies around.
He will have said to Evelina at some point, these two are for Kapala. If you think they are slipping away, if you are losing them, you must tell me immediately.
They need a doctor, Janice. We might need William for this. Where is he?
Can they survive? Can they survive until the celebration?
I don't know. I'm not a... I can try, but William is the GP. He's the one who should be looking at them. Janice, where is he? Where did you leave him? Is he okay?
Yes, he's fine. He's just resting. That's all.
He's gonna have questions after this, you know. But
Yeah.
he will. If someone can save them, he will be him.
Yes, yes, but also before he sees them, Matilda. I must speak with Matilda. Keep an eye on them until then.
Yes, I will. And then she just goes, looks for bandages and a sewing kit and everything that she can to clean the wounds and close them and dress them and deal with the guys. The others come in. By the time Nangisel is coming back, and the four of you are in the place, Evelina says that she's gonna call one of the guys to come and help her restore power.
Mm-hmm.
So
Evelina, there's a bloke out in the forest who I killed, so you just want to watch out for that. And there's another bloke on the back stairs when he's tidying up. I'll come and give you a hand after we've chatted.
We'll have Veronica do it.
Sure. I will get some candles and I'll prepare one of the rooms for you. And she does. She lights some candles. She puts them on a study, and then she closes the door with the four of you in, five of you with Annie, as you start hearing movement outside from her and the other children. Specifically, the voice of Sane saying, "What do we do with this?" And things like, "Shut up, Sane."
You alright, Carl? Been a bit of a full-on
Well,
night.
I've been better. However, I did mention to Caleb.
He was just outside.
Caleb was here. What was he doing?
Caleb is outside. He came looking for Annie.
He was looking
Annie
for
told
me.
him that
What, did he come in here? Through the gates?
No, he did not come.
Stayed out.
No, we just saw him outside the gates. But what I did say to him is that I might, with your permission, call in our boon from him to get me out of Bristol as soon as possible. I am the cause of this.
Where are you going? You told him. Ain't coming back.
There'll be more.
Do you really think the Society of Leopold is 6 people?
No, I don't think there are 6 people, but these people are dead.
Yeah,
well, and there will be more. There will be more and more and more until I am dead, and that is the way of these people. I must leave this place for now.
It's bullshit. I don't want you to go.
I know you don't. I know you don't, and you would bend the fabric of reality in order to make that possible. However, I am telling you, Nangisal, with much regret that I must leave this place, for I am putting everybody here in danger, because I am known. They are tracing me somehow, and, well, we've seen what they've done, and they have others. They are bound to have others.
They will.
They're a large organisation. I do not know how big.
It's still
Something
bollocks, Carl.
Well, your
Very-
ministrations to them were, well, poetically terminal that they were. However, even you, Nanjazal, in the face of a righteous army, might not be enough. And I just think it is time for me to leave this place for a little while. And a little while in our lives, maybe 5-10 years, we will see each other again.
Maybe they forget if you wait long enough and you come as somebody else.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, Sonny. Yes, Sonny.
Are you?
They have not forgotten about this place.
No, they knew it very well. I was
And-
riding in one of them. I was looking through the eyes and hearing through the ears and feeling the fear and the excitement. In that one, I point to the body, which I was
You
in.
know
Yeah.
And
outside they saw.
and they knew every single secret of this place.
Mm. I told you that these people, this organization, this false church, have hunted not just kindred, but anyone who holds other faith
Mm.
to them.
They're right bastards, though.
There is the
Yeah.
possibility of allies in that case, if you can find such people.
I'm sure.
However, I will go. And as I say, it may be best for us to call in this boon that we have with Caleb, because he is well enough connected that he can get me out of Bristol very quickly.
I think it is wise to call in the boon sooner rather than later. Sorry, is Annie in the room?
Yes.
Right, yeah, that's all I'll say then.
I'll say. If you're set on going, it seems like whatever we can do to make that safe and quick is the best thing. So we ain't got no problems for me.
Thank you.
Except as I don't want you to go.
I understand that. And I am going to give Nanjasal a big hug. She's going to hate it, but I'm going to give her a big, big hug and say, you know, Nanjasal, that you are incredibly special to me. You
I'll
are
say
a beautiful, beautiful person.
you're ruining your clothes.
I don't care. They're ruined already. Look at them. They're covered in blood and nonsense. And they're only scummy costume anyway, I say, removing the last bit of false beard and throwing it away.
I'll say, scummy costume. You get it in the head or something. Don't sound like you.
You
you're
think
right.
I've always been hit in the head. That's part of our relationship.
All right. Well, you got to keep in touch somehow, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
This will
See
be
what you're doing.
Well, in the fullness of time, I'm sure that Carl will return to Bristol, and we will
I
be
will.
here
Yeah.
when he does.
Won't be the same without you.
No, but you will go on, as will I. And we will see each other soon in our lives. It will be a mortal lifetime or less. And some mortals are very short-lived.
Well, you know what? Thanks for the last 5 years. Longer than that even.
Wow. 20? Who knows?
Got me
Who's
out
counting?
of a pit for 2, haven't you?
Well, I think the whole multi-faction coterie thing was probably quite successful in our case. I know
I think
other
it was.
they were rather fractious, some of them, but we rubbed along very well so far. Mm.
Are you gonna go tonight? Or are you sticking around till tomorrow?
I'll go as soon as I can.
We should wait for Caleb to come back. I mean, he can't call us, but I imagine he'll touch base with you.
You got anything that need tidying up? You need me to get rid of or deal with? As you're going quick.
I will just
People
go.
don't
I'm
make
sure that
them.
between you and my connections with my faction, we can gloss things over. And I start singing, "Farewell and adieu to you, Bristol vampires. Farewell and adieu, leeches of Lockleys." Must write the rest of those lyrics soon, I say.
And Annie says, so should I take Caleb? Because there's no way he can, there's no electricity yet, so he's probably outside. Should I tell Caleb that you're leaving tonight?
Yes, and that we are indeed calling in the boon from it. Please, thank you, Annie.
I'll be right back.
And tell him, if you wish, that you can come and visit with me and then come back.
Yes, that is. I want to make sure that you're okay.
Thank you.
She goes, and the four of you are left in the room. No Annie. Anything else you would like to talk?
I say to Matilda, Annie's vision may have come true. It wasn't you but me, and it wasn't fire but holy water that would have burnt me. It's possible.
It didn't come to pass, did it? You're still here, aren't you?
2 out of 3.
Well, the vision was Annie saving Matilda, and instead Annie saved me from something that would burn me.
So what you're saying is, all the information wasn't right, it's still true. That don't make sense.
Visions can be metaphorical, and I know you can't be metaphorical, Nanj, but visions can be.
Perhaps it is a thing that has not yet come to pass.
It's true, it could be. But
hopefully, yeah.
I don't think you really want to be saved from flame, particularly, do you? No.
Not really.
I was quite glad to be saved from holy water, though, to be honest.
All of the visions that she has had and that you have had have come true.
They have. Although my first 2 were quite metaphorical. And I have had the other one, and I think of the Queen of Blood.
Yeah.
that I'm pretty sure is metaphorical as well.
Yeah. I don't imagine there's an actual Queen of Blood.
Maybe
No, I didn't tell you that she was a thing. I didn't tell you that. I did tell you the Queen of Blood, but I didn't tell you the night or that I was safe.
Well, if you find your Queen of Blood in Paris, then good luck to you.
That'll be interesting.
So the lights go on.
Very
Guess
good.
I'll start tidying up then, innit?
And you can hear, "Holy Mother of Kostroma," outside.
Kostroma's got a mother, Yanis? You didn't tell me.
Of course. The gods are family. They have siblings.
They are.
Matilda, I might need your assistance with something.
Yeah, what with?
You, I believe, have some talent in managing situations where people have seen too much. Is that correct?
I can do that, yeah. Who? I thought everyone in your house was sort of in on it.
Well, there's someone in the house who is not in on it, but has not seen this. However, he is a skilled physician, and I need him to look at those men and make sure they do not die.
Okay.
Of course, doing so may raise certain questions afterwards, which I would prefer not to answer at this time.
So, Matilda, you do know that you can sort of put a haze on people's minds.
Yeah.
But it's just a few minutes. If this person starts treating these men, he will need someone with a higher mastery of dominate, as well as the other people in this house, because you don't think that you can, if there is people here who have seen a lot, you will need a higher degree of mastery on dominate to get memories implanted, deleting all, making them forget things that happened for longer than a couple of minutes and longer than a while ago, so.
Okay. I'll say to Janusz.
You can help the physician.
Yeah.
From what it is tonight, but you cannot do much for what's to come, and the same for the others.
Yeah, so I'll just explain. I can make him, whoever it is, I can make them unclear about what happened for a few minutes, but if this is something more long term, that's something I can't do. So I can take care of the physician for you if you just want them looking at it, but I'm not able to do any more.
Then perhaps we will see what his initial assessment is.
Yeah,
if it
let's
is something
go from
that does
there.
not require longer treatment, then that will be good.
If it's something that we can administer, then perhaps
Yeah.
we won't even need him beyond that assessment.
That is my hope, but
We'll
Well,
see.
Our blood might heal them, if you wish to heal them that way.
Yeah, it could.
such an idea does not sit well with me. I do not think they are deserving of our blood. But it is a possibility, I suppose.
Could always do it.
suppose if we... Sorry, no, you. I mean, we only need one of them alive.
No.
I think it is fitting. They will see it as tainted. They will see it as of Satan, and we can tell them. We can tell them what they are taking in and what it is doing to them. And they can squirm in the knowledge that they have this, to them, satanic blood within them, and that they will be unclean forever.
Yes, perhaps it could be an anointing of sorts.
Indeed.
Yes, perhaps this is a way forward.
But why would we need both of them? They both have the same information.
We don't know that, do we? Have a chat to them tomorrow, see what they might. One of them might be in charge of the other. Or they might come from different parts of the same organisation.
This is my domain.
It is.
This ground is sacred. And whilst we have had to take life to defend ourselves and to defend this holy ground, that is one thing. But I do not countenance casual, unnecessary murder. If life must be given, then it will be given in the correct way. Not for our pleasure.
I have no pleasure in them surviving or dying.
However,
information should be squeezed from them.
Yes, I agree.
I agree.
I can ask them, but they may not be ready for me to ask them, but I can probably persuade them to tell everything they know.
I think we should leave them for a while. Leave them.
Well, I may be gone
squirming.
in that case.
Oh, yeah.
Well, perhaps before you leave, Carl, if there's time, if they're conscious, this...
A little blood will do it.
Yes.
Want some wine? Turns out I'm not as hungry as I thought.
Perhaps one of them, Mademoiselle, yes.
Alright. Let's make tracks then, innit?
Okay.
Right.
So you hear a knock on the door. It's Annie.
Front door.
No, in the door inside.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It's Annie, and she says, Caleb can arrange a private flight tonight from Bristol Airport, even though it's supposed to be closed after hours, but not registered. He mentioned. He said that the flight would leave at 2 a.m.
Right.
Which will take you very close. It will be about. We'll be getting there around 5 or 6 in the morning, local time. So we will have to just hold up immediately.
Right.
Right now it's about 9:30 or something.
I asked Nange to borrow her burner because I know she's got one.
Your burner phone.
Yes.
Yeah, and I will just.
I'll take it out of the box,
Yeah.
probably.
Well, yeah, you keep your burners in nice little coffin-shaped boxes. I'll
Yanis will look disapproving when he sees the phone.
I'll say sorry, Yanis. Apologies, but my pigeons won't outfly this plane, and I will text my family in Paris and tell them where and when we're going to arrive, Annie and me.
The reply comes. I mean, you immediately recognize it being Christine.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, "I didn't know you were coming."
Nor did I.
Is everything okay?
I'll just text back, no.
Enigmatic. Love.
Get here as soon as possible. I'll pick you up personally from Charles de Gaulle.
Okay. I'll just send one kiss.
She replies.
Okay.
With the same.
And yeah. I'll give the burner back to Nan. She no doubt will snap it in half and.
Use it now. We can't use it again, can I?
No.
Okay. So, are you gonna have a chat with these people now, or is Carl going to make his arrangements and everything?
Well, it won't take long, and it seems like, I mean, I'm the man for the job, really. I might as well. I'm quite interested to know about this society that's trying to kill me. Let's face it. Mm-hmm. I'd like to know as much information as I can about them before I leave.
Are we going to get the GP to look at them beforehand, or are we just going to? Is Carl going to have a chat?
Well, I mean, blood is a great curer,
So I'm gonna give them some of my blood, which means hopefully the GP won't need to look at them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can easily give some of your blood to the one that is very, very wounded.
Yep.
The other one is going to present a little bit of a challenge. Also, you will need to rouse, which I'll do. Don't worry about it.
Is there a challenge that I can punch down?
Sorry, the one who is one of them just more compos mentis and more likely to resist?
Well, the thing is that one has like a wound between his shoulder and his collarbone, like a puncture wound, and also hamstring, like the back of his knee, plus multiple bites. Yeah. So he's kind of almost out of it. The other one is just being bitten a lot, although sort of like a train went through his willpower when Carl used his daunt on him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one, because he's already gaga and he's already semi under my thrall a bit because I've broken him once. I think he's the one that we should probably talk to. Okay. Because I can be good cop, bad cop, all in one with Dawn and all, really.
Do it
Okay. So Nanjasel will do a rouse check. I rolled for Matilda because I was in the wrong.
Sure, I'll take it.
In the wrong character sheet. That's what happens when you don't look at what you're going. And she passes. So you give. Sorry.
Sorry, go on.
Oh no! It is that you gave some blood to this man.
Okay.
But there's another one that also potentially needs some blood, right?
Yes, definitely.
Who's probably looking a bit more like, you're not giving me that blood. Is that right?
No, Nanjasel is going to start with the guy who is more likely to talk. But of course, she has to force it down him. And she has the skills. And he's tied, pinch the nose, put the wrist on his mouth, force it down his throat. Which will gain you 1 stain, just so you know.
And the other one is more compliant.
I quite like how I've slipped into a thing of not bothering to fight off the stains.
Yeah.
Like, do you have any... I don't think you have any convictions that can help you with anything you have done tonight, so I'm not even...
I mean, I gave my word to defend this haven. That's what I've done.
Then you are upholding your conviction, but that's not an excuse. Okay. I mean, you're not breaking your conviction, so you're not gaining further stains. Does that help?
My other conviction is it's stronger than death, which I feel I've proven.
Yeah, mutilating a body does not make you stronger than death.
Anyway, it's fine.
Sorry, but so this guy ends up having some of the blood, and of course, he seems to understand what has happened by you giving him the blood, as in what Carl described, the tainting.
You have this blood coursing through your veins now. This tainted awfulness, this poison is now healing you. How does that make you feel?
I'll get the priest to get it out of me, or to absolve me before I turn like you, demons.
Try not to take offense to that.
And I'll turn on my presence to him then, and I will say, but we can make you love us, and a small piece of you will shrivel and scream as you do.
He seems to really be struggling with this, as in he knows that there is this false emotion welling inside of him, and he hates himself for feeling it.
I can see you feeling your love for me, even as you hate me and my kind. How exquisite. How exquisite that struggle in your pathetic brain and heart. Organs that we can snuff with a gesture.
You will not get away with this. More
We
will
always
come.
do. We always get away with it. Our kind is as old as yours. We rule the nights, just as you rule the day. So you are trespassing in our country now. Our place. This place that you thought you knew, was your doom. Everything you know is wrong. Tell me of your society of Leopold then. Tell me of your strength.
Of course, he's gonna try to resist. So I think you're gonna have to do a charisma plus persuasion with your with the bonus of your awe.
Okay.
Charisma plus persuasion plus your awe in as many dice, and if you want to do a blood surge as well.
Yeah, I'll do a blood surge. So charisma plus So I just rolled basically roll persuasion and add charisma.
Yeah, persuasion, add charisma, and then you do the 2 dice from your search.
Trying to find it. Hold on. I've got so many windows open. There we go. So attribute charisma, and I get 2 dice for my surge.
Yes,
3 dice.
2 dice. And 3 dice for your presence, so that's a total of 5 dice.
2 dice, and 2 dice for being stunning is 7 dice bonus.
Oh shit, dude! Oh my god!
Quite a lot of successes.
That is that's 10 successes, messy critical.
Holy shit.
Messy, perfect. Couldn't have asked for better myself.
Dude, okay, so this is what's gonna happen. You horrendously destroy his 2 successes and have enough to bulldoze through whatever is left of his willpower into aggravated willpower damage that is capped.
And as I do so, I will be looking at the other one and saying, "See how we play with you."
That is gonna be fucked up. So because this guy had already received no small amount of willpower damage from when you force your will on him.
As I smile at him and as I say that, my fangs just extend slightly and then snap back, and I go back to the other guy who's.
And And this guy literally has a breakdown as he tells you everything. He unravels, and then it is overcome by a grief like you have never witnessed. He does say everything, but the problem is that being messy, your beast enjoys this. So you push a little too hard. This man's mind will never be the same, and you gain 1 stain for that.
Fine. I'll take the stain with the info.
Yeah, of course. Do you have any convictions to mitigate it? I don't think so.
No, not really, because I don't think that he will ever make art now that his mind is.
Well, who knows? He might become like a very impressionist artist or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that is possible, I suppose. But no, I mean, really, I don't think so. Yeah.
Yep. It's okay. So it's just the one stain.
To do with art and truth and all that. Beauty is truth. He's telling me an ugly truth. So
he gives you the information. He tells you the name of the person that he worked with a cell. The person who gave them sort of like initial contact, and brought them to Bristol because he was suspicious. So when they checked back on HQ, basically, in the Vatican had a file on Bristol on this place. They have not made contact yet with the person who originally summoned them to tell them that they were going to do this attack, because they wanted to keep it under wraps.
Okay.
They also tell you that it is right now. It is just the 6 of them, and the information they had was solely hanging on Carl, and that man who burnt you 5 years ago. He thought he was sort of a monster hunter, but not a supernatural monster hunter. He thought you were a predator, a social predator, a sexual predator of sorts. So he was the kind of people who would follow and look to see if those nasty elements of society are actually up to no good, and then cooperate with the police or other clandestine groups and whatnot. Now, he had been following you for a while, thinking that you were that sort of like sexual predator, or at least, social predator. But then he started seeing things that were off. Therefore, he went to church and talked, not under confession, but just a normal chat with Father Michael. And Father Michael is the one who called us, and that's how we got in touch with him. And now that he died and disappeared, well, we called the Vatican. They gave us this address. We came here. You were here. That is sort of the story.
When he says Father Michael, do I think he means Father Michael in Bristol?
Yes, he specifically says that Father Michael here in Bristol is the person who this man confessed to, and the guy who called.
So Yanis will do this.
But you haven't told Father Michael because you just wanted to impress him with a fait accompli. Is that right?
Yes.
You just came here as loose cannons. And now you will disappear in this place. Father Michael will never know of your exploits. You will be kept alive, perhaps, for a little while. That is Yanis's choice. And as you live in thrall to me because you love me, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Nanja's blood, the blood of another of my kind, will course through your veins, poisoning your every breath until you die.
Poison, leave
died.
off, Carl. Ain't that bad?
It is to him.
And with that information, you leave a broken man behind.
Yeah. I will finish this by kissing him on the lips, and then I will leave him to his fate.
He starts sobbing uncontrollably at your departure, as if a piece of him didn't want you to leave ever from his side.
Here, Carl.
Yeah?
So sorry, this will be when Carl's left the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So we're doing it overheard. I'll say, if you're going off
Mm-hmm.
to wherever it is you're going, these people still know about you.
They do.
Seems to me that I don't put you entirely out of harm's way.
No, I need,
So,
need another identity.
because sometimes these things come back to
They do. Yeah, they can do.
to haunt you.
Mhm.
Why don't you take this with you? So I'll take out my earring
Mm-hmm.
and I'll hand it to him. And I'll say,
It's in the shape of a serpent.
it is in the shape of a serpent. There it is. I'll say, if you need my help with anything, you can send me this. You don't need no phone or nothing. I know what it means. And I'll come find you. Just take it
And
with
you are the best friend that I could ever have wished for. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carl, can I also have a word?
Of course.
Yeah. And I'll just sort of walk to the different side of the room. You, despite what you've, I'm sure, heard about me, you never treated me with any suspicion, and I'm very thankful for that.
I don't care about
I know.
that Camarilla nonsense. You know that. I
Yeah,
care about my clan. I play to them. Of course, I
I know.
play to them. I play
We
everybody.
all play a game. You and I play it well. When you're in Paris, can you take care of your sister?
Of course, that is what I intend to do.
Yes, but she is very unhappy.
Yes, I know. I know. She's been unhappy for a very long time.
Okay.
And I think it's time that I go to her and I look after her. This is something that I have not done in the past, and I regret deeply. She was in London, I was in Bristol. When she came to Bristol, I took advantage of her, and now she is in Paris with my sire, who doesn't care about her at all. It is now time for me to make amends with her.
Okay, that's good. I think she's looking for a lot more freedom than she has, and I think she's earned it. But I will leave that to you.
She needs freedom, as do we all, and
Yeah.
I will do my best to persuade Angelique that I am the best person to look after her, and I will help her to find it.
All right. I'll put my hand out for a handshake.
And I'll give Matilda a big hug.
Okay. Give it back.
I'll give Yanis a firm handshake, however.
I mean, hugging him in this state.
I was going to say, yeah, she's relieved.
I don't really want to hurt him.
Barbecued old man.
Here with your great burns all over your chest. No, I'll
So, yeah,
say-
I will shake his hand. I am confident that this is not the last time I will see you, Carl.
No,
And
of course.
when the time comes for you to return to Bristol, know that my door will be open to you.
Thank you. Thank you. That is very welcome. This haven is, well, it has saved us in some ways, I think. And I'll take Annie by the hand and I'll say, perhaps, Annie, we should just see if we can give them a gift of prescience before we leave.
Sure. Let's try.
So when they start to do this, I will start praying to help them, like I did last time.
Well, if he starts praying, I'm going to start praying, obviously.
Because obviously,
Got spiritual guide here.
See if Peyroon's going to give them a bit of a vision from the skies, right?
Matilda will just stand there.
Blood praying. Two people wanting to
they're trying to help us. They're trying to help us, so that's good. We can take that help.
Okay, so you're calling this, so no need to roll, but you will do a rouse check.
Okay.
As you're calling this premonition with her, she looks you in the eye, and what you see is in Bristol, in the future, not too far, perhaps. The city changes little, so it's difficult to know exactly when, but things are different. And some of the people you know are happier. Others are gone. Some perhaps for the better. You see a vision of Christine running to meet you in a warm embrace when you land on Paris.
I'm telling them all of this as it happens in my mind.
And you see this place being safe for a while.
You are safe for a while, as I know that you knew you were. And now, Annie, I think we have a plane to catch.
Yes. So Annie just childishly wave at the lot of you and says, I'll be here in a few days after we make sure that he's okay.
See you around, Carl.
Yeah.
See you.
And as you step into Caleb's car, you give one last look at Genesis Haven. Not knowing really well when you're coming back, but wanting to come back for sure. And Carl is able to fully perceive everything that is lovely and hideous of Bristol, the good and the bad, on his way to the airport.
What is comedy without tragedy? What is high art without grand guignol and burlesque? For all things are in this city, Annie. All forms of madness and art, all at once.
Madness and art. Well, it makes sense with the Toreador and the Malkavian running the city, isn't it?
That's true. And the two of us sitting in the back of this car.
You get on a private jet. No numbers, no nothing. Kelly makes sure of everything. And he looks at you and says, I'll talk to Hubert about this. I also took care of any potential Masquerade breach around the area. The police will not bother your coterie. So a service has been rendered.
And the boon is paid in full?
You will be contacted by Hubert, I'm sure. I will notify the rest of our faction.
Thank you.
He extends his hand.
I'll shake it.
Have a good trip. And he looks at Annie and says, come back soon. I will. And as Carl flies back to Paris, in the middle of the night, Bristol loses its master of revels. The coterie lose the presence of the Camarilla. When we come back, a few months would have passed. It will be no longer the 18th of March, a few days prior to the solstice. Sorry, the equinox. We keep calling it solstice. It's an equinox. And another representative of the Camarilla will come. Until then, this is where we're gonna draw the session to a close. Let's get out of the way the remorse checks before we have our shout outs.
Yes.
Let's finish the session proper.
Who's on the stain?
Who is on the naughty list? Nangisel and Carl.
Oh, yeah.
So Nangisel, your Humanity 7 allows for 3 little boxes to be filled. Guess how many stains you gained?
I mean, I think at least 3.
So you roll the 1 die.
Sure.
We'll get you set for the humanity loss.
Yeah,
Go,
go
gadget, die.
Which is a success, luckily enough.
Oh,
So she kind of feels bad for...
Disappointing, yeah, I feel bad about it.
But it means that you feel bad, but I mean, it is
You know what?
remorse.
I need to sacrifice somebody to Kapala.
yeah, that'll fix it.
It'll be helpful.
The thing is
Yes.
that you feel bad about the wanton destruction. Give it in to the beast, the mauling.
About this
Yes.
at some point, because he can help me, guide me in the right
I
spiritual
will.
path.
I will definitely.
Carl, I think you have 3 dice because your humanity is 6 and you gain the 1 stain, so you can roll your 3 humanity dice.
So I just roll humanity. Shall I?
Yeah, roll remorse,
Oh, okay, sorry.
and it'll tell you how many dice, and it's going to be 3.
Remorse dice 3. Okay.
The 1 success you needed to keep your humanity intact, because after all, they deserved it.
They did. They did. It was neither beautiful nor artful. They
No.
did. And so we glossed it over by breaking their minds.
Oh my god! And that is it. I want to give a very big thank you to Josh for joining
Yeah.
us for this
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Josh.
amazing season and a half. It's been a great pleasure having you, and I hope this is not the last we see of you. We'll definitely want to have you around for this and many other projects that we can come along. So,
Thank you.
on behalf of the Blood of the 17, thank you, and it's been delightful to have you and Carl around.
We will miss your poetry very much.
Well, yes, no doubt you
You
can.
sure I
do
can't?
some
I'll
of
just try and do it. No,
Yeah, come on, Nan.
Nan's right, yeah.
Take up the mantle.
Ah, screeching. Yeah, well, I'm for my part, I would like to thank all of you for your warm welcome, and I've enjoyed myself immensely. I hope I haven't been too self-indulgent in my artistry and nonsense, but it has been it's been great fun.
I mean, you've been Carl has been felt, and I've seen, and I remember seeing people in chat saying that Carl is one of the many ways that a Toreador should be played. There are of course many ways, but that sort of let me fall into the stereotype, but with your own spin. I think it was amazing.
Thank you, and thank you, Carlos, for running a fantastic game.
Thank you, Carlos.
I try, and Sam is really good at helping me because I'm.
Well,
I need to get pushed into track most of the time.
But
we
Sam,
all
just raise a glass of blood to each other and say, "Bon voyage, Carl and Annie," and let's hope the plane doesn't explode somewhere in the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess what is left for us to say is next week, remember, these Halcyon Nights with Lane, our super great storyteller for next week. And she's going to be joined by Nat, Phil, and Rob. So don't miss it. And then, 2 weeks' time, we're coming back for Season 2, Episode 6 of Blood on the Severn.
Can't wait to see what happens.
Oh my god, it's going to be bloody. Until then, take care. See you. Bye.
Bye.